Okay, this one I'm actually a little more excited to talk about. Primal, mostly because of the fact that there's been a few little changes here and there. Obviously, we know Primal for Beast Might, compared to how it used to be way back, was a really low cooldown, like a stupidly low cooldown. Now, pretty much all charge shots have relatively close to the same cooldown. They have close to the same damage for investment. Their resource cost reflect most of what they do. But either way, Beast Might now scales at a reasonable amount. It's not stupidly efficient, except for the fact it uses a resource anyone can refill at any given time. Primal Vigor, I believe, yeah, no, the HP scaling did not change. It didn't change into a stance either, which I kind of was hoping for, but oh well, it's still a very nice buff. It lets you get your HP up a little bit. It does hurt your gamma a lot though, so the higher the rank it is, the more efficient it is, because you'll be able to get a lot more HP for a lot less of what is being removed. And then of course, like other charge shots, when you go to use this one, it'll take the health as you use it, and then when you go to hit, it'll either work or it won't, because obviously if you hit, you gain the damage. If you miss, you don't gain the damage and it dispels itself, just like all charge shots. Now the biggest one, which is what I was actually excited about, is Rampage. If you used Rampage before, you know it previously had a effect where once the effect ran out, you lost 50% of your stamina. This is no longer the case. Now you just gain a power and precision modifier, you gain a primary armor modifier, and at the end of it, you get that same buff as a debuff. So that's a huge deal when you're using Rampage. No longer do you have to worry as much about stamina. You have a lot of damage increase, you have a lot of critical increase, you have a decent armor buff, and then afterwards you might want to play a little more defensively because you didn't make use of it. This is like an all-in skill, but now it's a lot less risky to use. But overall, Primal's effectiveness jumped considerably. The only thing I would probably change is Primal Vigor. I would probably say increase the health, but make it into a stance, so that way you know that 50% gamma that you're reserving, at least then you can be like, oh man, I use this and I'm a fucking tank, I'm beefy as fuck, I could fuck bitches up. But right now, it's still good for that, but it's not as much as it probably could be, but since it stacks with other stances, because it's a toggle, it's actually the only toggle other than alpha mutations currently in game now, but still a very good ability.